What's good, people? Welcome to the No More Black Tears podcast. Happy holidays and all that good stuff. With me, I got
Yo, it's Baptiste in the house.
Mr. DJ Rose.
What's up? It's your boy, special guest, Big Gnome, aka OJ the Juice Man, aka 706 Stunner. We in this bitch. Let's
a
go.
lot of stuff going on this week, man, but we just gonna hop right into it. What we sipping on, man?
Yeah, we got that Crown Peach, man, for the holidays.
You know what I'm saying? That Brothers Bond, we keep that black-owned stuff on the table.
Black on 8. Also, shout out to Black Fives Basketball Association. But yeah, we're gonna hop right into speaking of basketball, we're gonna hop into sports.
It all happened in a week, y'all.
Yeah, before we get started, I'm gonna send a shout out to MGH, you know what I'm saying? And Lil B, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put one in the air for you. Have some shots for you, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. It all started in the week.
Congratulations, man. But hey, speaking of congratulations and speaking of babies, Anthony Edwards and Tyreek Hill. Vert, go ahead and get into that, man, for teasing.
So we all know Ant-Man from the NBA. Apparently, he got a girlfriend, and one of his side chicks basically posted a screenshot publicly that she was pregnant. He basically said, "Oh, hell nah, you need to get rid of that." And he basically sent her $100,000 to go and have the abortion. Then on the flip side, Tyreek Hill, and if you've been watching that Hard Knocks series in the season, when they actually fall on the team in the season, he's actually been talking about, man, I'm a whole new man, bruh. I've been married, man. I got my shit together. And then literally 2 weeks after he said that on Hard Knocks, you had 3 different women who came out who said, nah, man, Tyreek got me pregnant after he got married this year. And one woman already had the baby and named the baby Tyreek Hill Jr.
That's fucked up, man. But it's kind of one of those things, man. It's you're at the stage now where everything is put on the internet. All it takes is a screenshot, a picture, a tweet, whatever you want to say, whatever social media. So it's like, hey, she should have just took the money, took care of business. $100K, we know how much it costs to take care of it. But no, she said that $100K is not enough for me to shut up. I'm not gonna be quiet. I want to embarrass you. I want more money. I want this. I want that. And then Tyreek Hill, man, it's like, you gotta be smarter than that, man. You married, and now you got 2 or 3 on the way. Crazy.
Yeah, man. So, I'm going to pose this question. I'm going to say what I got to say, but then I'm going to pose a question to the statements at the table. Man, bro, first of all, man, y'all seen the Mariah Mills situation. That bitch actually still talking about Zion, bro. So, a lot of you athletes, y'all got to be smart how y'all move. Y'all can't just be out here just sticking and moving. Like, make sure these hoes on birth control. Be like that white boy JJ Redick. Make these hoes sign NDAs where, hey, if they get pregnant, they can't say nothing about it. As well as he had a contract where, hey, man, if the bitch got pregnant, I think he gave her, 10 bands to get rid of it. Y'all got to be... Oh, it was a... That's what JJ had?
No, my bad. Wrong person.
Yeah, it was 10 bands. He paid the bitch 10 bands for every abortion she had. Now, my question to the elder statesman, I remember watching the NBA when I was younger, and shit did happen, but more so like maybe rape allegations. Like, don't it seem like hoes back in the day did not embrace all this drama? Like, is social media creating a situation where these hoes basically feel like I'm going to basically call niggas out? Because I'm the real. I know Shaq when he was $100 million man, and I know KG, and I know all these other niggas that was married and stuff, Ray Allen. I know they had to be fucking hoes, but it just seemed like their name wasn't being dragged like these niggas today is.
You already said what it was. You already know what it was. It's social media. We in the age of clout chasing.
Need that attention.
It's the H of a drug, man. It's the H of a drug, man. And they gotta have it. They gotta have that attention.
It's a hell of a drug, y'all.
So that's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Attention, more money, child support, etc., etc.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for neither one of them because they should have just wrapped it up. They wouldn't have had to worry about it.
Juice man.
Yeah, man.
everything that needed to be said about that shit's already been said, man.
You know, your boy Ja returned.
Man, speaking of, hey,
good game.
I'm glad you said Ja, because Ja's a nigga who he be having issues too, shooting just a different type of gun.
Yeah. he literally dreams about shooting up the club.
Now he's back to actually shoot. So I mean, that first game, 35 points. I mean,
And game winner.
Yo, man. Hey, man. I know we gave Ja a lot of grief early in the year. Let's just keep it real, man. That's a special talent, man. Like Ja, if you ever hear this,
That's why we gave him so much grief.
But you probably will not hear this. But if you ever do hear this, man, that's why we give you grief, man. As black men who see a young black man like yourself who has the opportunity to do so much, because when we had this conversation, who could be the face of the league? Let's keep it real. Like, it's a lot of young players in the league. Ja's one of the few young players. Y'all saw what happened earlier this year when he dropped his shoes after he got suspended. They just was like, he broke records. How fast they sold. Like, you got a swagger, man. Like, you in Memphis, bruh, an area where it's like black culture and stuff. Like, you got your game is amazing. You are exciting to watch. That Memphis team, if you've been watching NBA all season, has been trash. It ain't even been worth watching. The minute you came back, I don't know what happened, bruh. That electricity just changed, man. So, Ja, hey, man, just try to stay on the straight path, man. You too great of a player to be just getting caught up in dumb stuff, especially like, Rose said early in the year. Nigga, you wasn't from the hood, nigga. You ain't struggle. You ain't eat no struggle meals growing up, man. So just play ball, man. Be a great basketball player.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but shut up and dribble.
And then speaking of just shut up and plays, we got Jordan Seaton, the #1 offensive lineman recruit. Verbally on Undisputed. Was it Undisputed or was it
Undisputed?
Undisputed. Verbally saying, hey, y'all need to come to Colorado. Stick with your people. You need to have a coach just like you. Then turning around, flipping the next week saying, oh, I'm going to Maryland, y'all.
Yeah, it was funny because when he said that, I didn't know that. I thought that was Suge Knight. Wait, he said, y'all want to go everywhere else where people don't look like you? Come to Colorado where a coach that look like you, and you can learn something. But yeah, and then but like you said, he's from Maryland. I seen him in a car today with somebody, and the dude that he was with, he had a bunch of chains on, a lot of ice, and the dude had a Colorado shirt on. I don't know what kind of car they was in, maybe a Maybach or something, or a Benz or a Maserati. I don't know what they was in, but they was in a luxury car, and both of them were sitting in the back seat. So he clout chasing, I think, man. I just think he's clout chasing. He's trying to urge everybody to pay him more money because offensive linemen usually don't get that much money from the NIL deals, but he's going to get it. But that's why I heard that he was going to Maryland because Maryland dropped the bag on him.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a couple ways to go with this. The first one is me and C's talked about it late last night, man. Back in the day before the NIL deals was out there when they was paying players under the table, you would have situations like this. Players would, change their allegiance or whatever. But it kind of made it hard for schools to be like, well, we're going to pay you more than this school because guess what? They'll be like, oh, well, y'all doing something illegal. We're going to expose y'all. Well, now that we got NIL deals, what can you do? Mm-hmm. Like if Colorado say we're going to pay you $5 million, but Maryland say we're going to pay you $8 million, Colorado can't say, oh, y'all doing something illegal. It's legal now. Then he is from Maryland. He probably went to the barbershop, was getting his hair cut. People was probably putting that pressure on him. And he probably started thinking, man, I probably should play for the home team. But it kind of goes with what you were saying, Rose. I noticed this like before the NIL, like the last 5-7 years. Man, these kids, bro, when they announce what school they going to, it's gotten flashier. Like I remember seeing one kid flip a Florida hat. He put the Florida hat on his head, flipped it, and grabbed the UJ hat. Thank God you did that. But grabbed the UJ hat and put it on his head. I remember one kid had like televised at his home or some shit and basically had like put some shit in the sky or whatever,
I seen one guy this week, he the #1 JUCO player in the country.
JUCO, y'all, JUCO.
He pulled up in a Lamborghini.
JUCO.
Yeah.
Pulled up in a Lambo.
He was the #1 JUCO transfer, yeah.
And then with this kid, you go on a national televised, platform like Undisputed, where all these eyes on you and you basically make your announcement. It's just getting to the point where, man, hey, you said it before, social media and attention is addicting. These young kids nowadays, man, they falling for the game, man. Hey, Jordan Seaton, you look like you're gonna be a great player. Focus on the game, man. And wherever you go, man, you'll probably be a great left tackle.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to stay with the home team, and then the fact that the head coach of Maryland is also black, man. So I mean, you can't say, oh, this school paid him more money. It's like, nah, it's like the only difference between what's the difference between Deion Sanders, yeah, the attention, but you got another black coach in your home city,
Yeah.
home state.
Who had the better record?
I also heard that he was wearing a wire too when he was on Undisputed.
Might have been, man.
Hey, I like that right there, man, because you know the Wire was in Baltimore, man. For those who watch that show,
Yes. Hey, you know too. But yeah,
Let's talk about Rashad Mendenhall.
so for those who've been paying attention to Twitter or X or whatever, Rashad Mendenhall posted a tweet saying, "I'm tired of all these average white guys talking about football, man. But instead of the Pro Bowl, we need to have an all-white versus all-black game." And then he put hashtag I'm better than your GOAT. So the first thing first is this. I understand what Rashad Mendenhall was saying about he get tired of some of these people talking about the game. Because sometimes when you watch some of these shows, some of these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But
Lots of them do.
lots of them do, though. Lots of them do. Some don't. But as far as this game goes, man, I've been on Twitter. I've been on TikTok laughing my ass off ever since he posted that tweet because people been coming up with some lineups. I'm talking about
They've been going in, ain't they?
For the white team, people had a white corner per hour. I saw
They had
one.
to bring the white quarter from the college.
Yeah, they had to bring a nigga from college to play in the game. So then the other spot, they just had question marks, and some people say, "Hey man, we're gonna have to take Adam Thielen or Cooper Kupp and put him at corner."
They got to play both sides.
Yeah, they got to play both sides.
And then they said, "No, we just got to borrow one of their guys. We got to borrow one of their guys. We're gonna have to."
Like taking it back to the hood where somebody got to play all time. Like that shit's been so funny. But all laughing aside, bro, I do want to say this. The NFL is 70% black. I'm gonna say this right here. A lot of people
numbers might be higher, man.
A lot of people may not like to hear this. We can't have an NFL out of niggas, but we can have an NFL out of white boys.
Oh yeah, we definitely can.
Like this. That's what this bowl made me realize. I realized, you know what, bro? Like it was something not to have Joe Burrow and Josh Allen.
No,
but we don't need y'all. Cause we got enough black quarterbacks now. Like in 2023, now maybe 10 years ago. But in 2023, we got enough black quarterbacks where we good.
I got two guys we can call right now that we can play both of them, and that team would still be good. We can call Cam and we can call Cabinet.
Yeah, and then I look at the offensive line, but the best left tackles are black dudes. The best offensive linemen are mostly black players. The defensive line, they
got us at center and they got us at guard.
But then I look at the defensive line. Okay, Nick Bosa, but is he really better than Myles Garrett?
No.
Like that's a toss-up to me.
Is he really better than
Michael Parsons?
Von Miller?
Yeah, like is he really better than them? Now the only position, now I'm gonna keep it real, where it's not a competition, and I'm going off of this season. That boy Christian McCaffrey.
Fullback. No, we can't say running back. We can say fullback.
No, Christian McCaffrey. He the best running back in the league.
Yeah,
I'm saying that because I'm facing Dale right now in fantasy football,
and you're winning.
And that nigga don't miss.
Yeah,
that nigga McCaffrey don't miss.
Yeah, I can say he's the best scat back in the league. He's the best. He got the best stats. He's the best running back in the league.
But after him though,
yes.
we got the next 32 running backs though.
Exactly.
So, hey man, all bullshit aside, this just shows you, white boys, humble yourself. We don't need you to have an NFL. We would like to have you. But we don't need you.
You better be quiet before we start picking up that baseball and that bat. So, because we can take that over too.
You got any thoughts, Skeeess?
I mean, technically, we already got that though, because I mean, they just ain't from America. So I mean, let's be honest. But nah, man, it's crazy. Like basically, they would get destroyed. Let's be honest, straight up. It would be no competition in any form or fashion, destroying them.
So just one question when we move on. Hey, how y'all feel about the half breeds playing the game?
One drop rule.
We don't even need them.
Cause give me Lamar.
We don't even need
me that nappy headed nigga in Baltimore.
We don't even need them.
Where's Dak going to be on this?
Oh, that
Give me Jalen Hurts. Give me Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You can even give me Geno Smith.
Geno Ballin.
You know what I'm saying?
So I know we joking and we talking about an imaginary game. So let's move on to actual games. Skeeess, what games this week are catching your eye? And if you want to talk about last night's game too, you can, because I know you root for the Saints sometimes.
Nasty work. I'm gonna pass on that shit. I'm gonna pass on that bullshit. Steelers Bengals playoff implication games. You saw them lose last week. They might be able to do something this week.
Is Mike Tomlin going to finish the season with a winning record?
I'm gonna say yes.
Sticking to his guns,
He
probably.
only need 2 more games.
Yeah, he needs to win. He needs to win this game if it's going to happen.
He only need 2 more games.
And this is like one of their hardest rivalries.
And guess who's not playing?
Joe Burrow
And
Jamar Chase.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ain't you playing your son in fantasy?
Hey, he getting that smack. I think I scored. It was 90-30 or something like that.
Oh yeah, I saw that, bro. You ain't gotta do him like that.
Besides that, man, I got Monday night's game. I got the Giant. Hold up, wrong. What the fuck am I looking at?
Monday night, you talking about the 49ers and Ravens?
Yeah.
49ers
But
and Ravens.
but Monday night there's 3 games.
Oh, it's 3 games for Christmas? Okay.
Yeah, especially for Chris. 49ers, Ravens. Interesting. Niners are going to win that shit, though. Straight up, they're going to win that. Broncos, Patriots. Competition-wise, I feel like it's a good game to watch. And then we got Cowboys and Dolphins. Of course, I'm rooting for the Dolphins, but I think it'll be a competitive game. Both 10-4. We'll see how they do, man.
Yeah, man. The Dolphins-Cowboys game, I'm interested in that game. You got one of the top defenses going up against one of the top offenses. But I will say this, though. A sneaky matchup is Miami's defense against the Dallas offense because I didn't notice till last week. Miami got like a top 5 fantasy defense. Now, I don't know how the defense is in real life, but in fantasy, their defense is like top 5. I didn't realize that till last week.
Jalen Ramsey's back, too.
Yeah, and he's back. So, can he take away CeeDee Lamb? And can Dak get the ball to Brandon Cooks?
Didn't they just lose to a sorry ass team?
Yeah, they did. They both lost, but it's just
they won to sorry team.
Which team can bounce back?
Good this year?
No, Buffalo's a 500 team.
Yeah, Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo. Dallas got beat by Buffalo, but they got Josh Allen, one of the best, one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league.
Okay.
And then we got.
I thought they got beat by the.
And then last week, I think Tennessee beat Miami, but that was last week. No, 2 weeks ago.
And then we got the Florida Bowl, man. We got Jacksonville versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, they're the number 1 in the division right now. Atlanta needs them to lose. New Orleans already lost, so we need them to lose. Atlanta needs to win. But there was news that Trevor Lawrence is probably not going to play in the game.
Shit.
So that's going to be
major factor.
That's going to be something to see. But, hey, man, all bullshit aside, man, it's only one game we really want to talk about. The 2 people that's in the front runner for MVP. The 49ers and Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy. Whoever wins this game, long as their numbers look decent, it's probably going to be the league MVP this year.
I don't think so because they keep talking about Christian McCaffrey is the MVP.
Well, Vegas got the odds saying it's Brock Purdy. And I know one thing. If Lamar can win this game and have the numbers he's had the last couple of weeks,
he's going to have to.
It's going to be impossible for him to lose the MVP.
They still won't get it.
Because they probably won't get the number 1 seed.
He'll get it if they win this game. If they win this game and he has at least 3 touchdowns, he'll get it.
And just real quick, I just want to talk about the ramifications of that. That means a quarterback that people said should not go in the first round, could not play quarterback. That means he would have 2 league MVPs on his mantle. And on the flip side,
within 5 years.
Within 5 years. But on the flip side, if Brock Purdy wins this game and he wins the league MVP, the ramifications of that is a lot of you GMs fucked up. Mm-hmm. Because how y'all let this white boy get drafted the very last pick of the draft, fuck undrafted, and he was the league MVP?
So I got to ask this question. So if he the league MVP in the segregation bowl, why are we starting Josh Allen or Joe Burrow? They need to be starting Brock Purdy.
You know why?
That's what they need to be starting.
You know why?
Why?
Because you just said the real league MVP is Christian McCaffrey, but it's a quarterback award. all bullshit aside, man.
Yeah, man. So what we got next, man?
So ended on some dynamite. I mean, I got some dynamite pack somewhere. You know, dynamite TNT. Boom.
Oh, tears, no tears?
Tears
Dynamite. Boom.
Tears and no tears, man. Hey, this week, man, the Pope, yes, the Roman Catholic Pope has officially approved.
The Great White Hope or the Pope?
Pope.
Or I thought we talking about Brock Purdy.
I mean, he probably give him some hope, but he just approved same-sex marriages. It's really high implications, but at the same time, we knew this was coming. It's not in the same capacity as, the church is approving same-sex marriages. He's just saying, we'll let preachers and priests do the ceremonies. Like, it's okay to do it. But the church's stance is we still believe marriage is between a man and a woman. So, I mean, it's like, I don't like it, but I'm allowing it. So it's like, you can go wherever you want with that.
Yeah, man, I ain't got no tears, man. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I don't care one way or the other. Let them get married. They don't get married. Hey, man, they deserve to be miserable like the rest of us, man. Like, hey, man, it's a lot of people getting married, and they get divorced within 2-3 years. So let them gay people get married so they can see how that shit feels. So that way, the woman or the man, whoever is more of the man in the relationship, they can get half their shit took too. So, hey, man, I'm happy the Pope realized, you know what? Man, let them motherfuckers get married so they can see how that shit really feels. That shit ain't sweet.
Hey, man, I ain't got no tears, man. Who is the Pope? No one. Just a man. We need to go in that science project room and bring back that man, Malcolm X. And then if he say something, then we can believe it. But if he ain't saying it, I ain't believing it. See,
it's hard to follow that one up, but damn. Tears for the sanctity that the church used to have. They used to stand for something, which wasn't all good, but it was. There was a lot of, there's a lot of. I have a lot of Catholic friends, so I mean, it's like to see that stuff happen is crazy.
Yeah,
we knew it was already stuff was already happening though, but it's like, it's 2023. The world's been crazy. The world is crazy.
And thinking about
it, our choir directors is gay, bro. What we talking about, man?
Man,
but
that's different. That's different though.
And it's crazy. It's crazy that the Pope wanna release this after the Illuminati then dropped bars said that TD Jakes is a power bottom.
Oh, yeah, that too, man.
That's another crazy one. Is he walking around wearing the dress and shit?
The same Pope representing the Catholic Church. They be molesting little boys. Come on,
that's
man.
right.
That's right. That man don't
been gay. He been gay.
My
icy. Knees hurt.
Real icy.
My knees don't. I take that back. Pause.
Hey, Reese, man, any tears? No tears, man.
No tears, man. And like I always said, TJ Jakes.
TD Fakes?
He sounds like the devil to me. Every time I heard
TJ
that nigga sounds like the straight up devil. You have one, boy.
Y'all know his daughter is co-owner Shade Room.
Yeah, I saw that shit, bro.
Oh Lord.
Man, it's too much money in religion, bro. And when there's money, there gotta be corruption, man.
Corruption.
So, but speaking of another institution that lives off corruption,
prison.
Hey, there you go, Skeeess.
So, Dylan Roof, yes, the Charleston 6 shooter, the white boy or the white kid that went into a black church, historical black church.
Call him a boy, bro. That's what his actions represent.
White boy who ran up in a black church, one of the AME, African Methodist Episcopal Church, one of the oldest church institutions and oldest churches in South Carolina. He went into the church, shot them up. What was it, 2017, 2016? Killed 6 people, and then he still came out alive, sitting up in the prison talking about, I want some McDonald's or some shit like that.
But I ain't got no tears for it because after he shot out the church,
he ain't felt remorse.
They took him to Burger King.
Yeah, crazy.
They took him to Burger King. That's why he's on the hunger strike.
I want some onion rings.
Man, get that white boy some onion rings and let us get his ring bell.
And first of all, man, that nigga in federal prison, man. So
I'm gonna tell you real quick. Let me get this real quick. But for me, man, I'm on the sentiment of boo-hoo sad story. You and a bunch of other prisoners are in fucked up situations. So it's like if there's millions of other people locked up, we've seen like earlier this year, we've seen pictures and videos of people yelling out Fulton County. Let's just take Georgia. Fulton County yelling out, "Hey, they killing us in here, man. We ain't got shit." People sleeping on the floor in a cold corner. They ain't got enough mats. Then they don't have enough cells to even keep them. So it's like, boo-hoo, sad story. But on the flip side, it's like, hey, man, corrections is going to do what corrections does. But Ver, I'm going to pass that back to you. Speaking of corrections.
Yeah, man. First of all, he in federal prison, man. So for those who understand the difference between state and federal is sweet. Like, federal ain't as fucked up as state. Like, state is where the motherfuckers be getting raped, where niggas be getting stabbed up and shit, where they be eating that nasty ass slop you see on TV. Man, most of these motherfuckers go to federal prison, bruh. Man, some of these federal prisons got tennis courts.
Cushy.
For they rep time, bruh. Some of these federal prisons, and I'm telling you, someone who got family members that work in the federal system. Man, some of these federal prisons, in their little lockout room where it's just them by themselves, it's a shower and a TV. They ain't never got to leave their room, man. So, man, hey, man, all I'm going to say is this, man. Hey, I love the white audience, bruh, that we have, but fuck that white boy. What you did was a heinous crime. You went to a church. You killed innocent black people because they was black. Like, you need to, so as far as I'm concerned, I don't understand why you're going on a hunger strike. Because, thank God I'm not one of the CEOs. Because, hey, for those who know, hey, your stomach will be touching your back right now. Because I ain't gonna feed you, nigga. So, that's really probably what's happening there. It's probably some CEOs like, man, nigga, I ain't finna feed you. So, you can say it's a hunger strike. It's an involuntary hunger strike, but, man, I ain't got no tears for that white boy.
Juice, man, anything, man?
No tears. Fuck that white boy. He ain't shit.
Speaking of white boys, our former president Trump was just kicked off the Colorado ballot.
Leader of the Proud Boys.
MAGA.
Cool. No problem.
You mean Kobe Covington, boy?
That's that guy.
And you know, he was at the fight last week, too. He saw his boy get that work.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Say what you got to say, man.
He lost, but he didn't get that work.
He didn't get all.
He should have got that work.
He didn't get the butt like I want him to get him.
He didn't get the butt whooping he should have got. Like the way he was talking about your family and the way you
talking
felt
about
like,
your daddy.
It's like the way, man. Come on, Edwards, man. Come on.
On that note, they should have just got Bones Jones. Dana White quit tripping.
Oh, man, Jones would have killed that.
Jones would have killed that motherfucker.
Hey, man. So, as far as I'm concerned, man, from what I read, Colorado following the law.
Yeah.
It says in the 14th Amendment, if you are basically part of an insurrection, which that's what everybody pretty much understands what Trump was part of, you are not eligible to be president. So they took him off the ballot. Now, I know this has ramifications because other liberal states, not the conservative states, but those states that we know go liberal every fucking year.
Democrat.
You know, Democrat. They might be looking at Colorado and they might be making a decision, do we want to do the same thing? And that could tip the balance of the election. And of course, Vivek Ramsey, who's right now, we talked about it earlier this year on the podcast, he's pretty much the leading candidate for that Republican Party to get that nomination. He's already came out and said, if Trump's not on the ballot for Colorado, take my name off it too. So I want to see if you're going to stand 10 toes down, nigga, because if he's not on the ballot for Colorado, let's say if 6 other liberal or Democratic states take him off the ballot, so are you just going to concede that shit, nigga? You just going to concede 6 states and let Christie and Haley, you know, are you going to just let these other motherfuckers? Now, personally, I don't care who wins the nomination for that party. And Biden, get back in the office, bro. Like, get back in the office, Biden, and we're going to give you 4 more years to get this shit right, bro.
Yeah, but I ain't got no tears because you already know that, yeah, the state of Colorado did that, but they're taking it to a higher court, to the Supreme Court, and they're going to overturn it. So he's going to be on the ballot. You know what I'm saying? He got them people. So, and Trump, all the effed up stuff that he said and all the messed up things that he did as a president, as a person, technically, the things that he gave to us wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? When he was there, you know what I'm saying? I got a fat chat when he was in office, so I ain't complaining. But if you breaking bread, man, let it rain.
He's compromised.
Let it rain.
Break bread that I had to fucking pay back. So I mean, that's some bullshit. A
Now,
lot of his
you
shit,
always paying it back.
a lot of his shit was inherited, but
Just like Brian Kent wanna drop a stack on us, but the taxes go hit it again too. So it's like,
Hey, man, that's why Kent been dropping them checks.
you know what I'm saying?
that's what you gotta do. Just drop checks.
Yeah, you got to drop the checks.
But yeah,
That's what the hoes like, and hoes can be men and women.
Man, niggas love free money.
everybody loves free money. Rednecks, niggas, everybody loves free. But you can't knock a state. This is what he wanted. This is the same president who said, I want to give rights back to the states. Let the states determine it.
He said
That's what the fuck they did on your monkey ass. That's what they did. So is the state wrong for doing it? You might not agree with it, but they're within their legal right to do what the fuck they thought is wrong.
Yeah.
But when it goes to Supreme Court, they're probably gonna overturn that shit.
Man, and the words of Rose, man, Colorado was probably high when they made that decision.
Somebody was.
Hey, man, so we talking about people who making decisions.
And people high.
Now, I know rap been down this year. I know it's been down this year. Y'all be patient, just follow me on this little journey.
I'm lost.
And I know it took us to Uzi Vert to get the #1 rap album, and then of course Nicki Minaj did her thing.
Did you even listen to Uzi?
But I listened to that.
I didn't.
But was the best rap song all year? Ski.
When you see me in the club,
Women got the money.
Well, Rolling Stones just announced the best rap song of the year is Ski. Rose, man.
Hey, man. You know who runs Rolling Stone? I know it ain't no black folks. You know what I'm saying? They not for the culture. They trying to ruin the culture. They did this because they trying to make sure that people stay ignorant and people don't listen and don't learn. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. So I got tears for it because, like, you give this Project Ho the number. Is it official? I heard it was a rumor.
Yeah, it's official.
So it's official. So it's official that this Project Hood Rat got the #1 song. Ski. Okay, yeah. Rolling Stone, you don't speak for the people. You don't speak for us. You're not for the culture.
So my problem, I got tears. My problem is, I'm a Logic fan. Logic dropped the project this year. I thought it was dope. Lyrically, all his songs is better than that song. Jeezy dropped the project. There was a couple songs of that album that was better than that song. But if we just go to the radio songs, hell, all my fucking life, man, fuck the whole song. Just J. Cole verse was better than that entire song she had. Then I'll go to another J. Cole song. First Person Shooter. Just J. Cole verse on that song. Fuck the whole song. J. Cole verse was better than the entire song. Like, as far as people who love rap, this is a travesty. And like you said, Rose, y'all don't speak for the people, man. Because all real black people that love hip hop and rap, we know Skee's not even in the top 10, rap songs of the year, man. Hell, man, I'm gonna give a shout out to Offset, man. I know he and Cardi B got stuff, but that little song that they had where he was riding a little bike or whatever, that song was better than Ski, man.
Juice Man.
Yes, sir. Here we go. I know you're gonna hate me for this, but congratulations. Shit, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck y'all think this is.
It is tears or no tears. That's what it is.
It's, of course,
So do you have tears or no tears, sir?
no tears. But it's like we talked about this the other day. The white folks control the money. There's more women making more money. It was more women, right? As far as I know, it's more women in the world than men.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised because women they making their own money now. They can buy what they want to buy. They can listen to what the fuck they want to listen to. It's poison. Yes, it is poison.
It wasn't a #1 selling or anything like that. I think they're just Rolling Stones.
This is the #1.
Yeah, they just felt like that was the #1 song of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not for the culture.
So yeah, they're not for the culture. You know what I'm saying? It's a white thing. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to poison the community. This is nothing new. We talked about this, I think, the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
I call for everybody to erase that song from their playlist, block it from Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. Don't ever play that song again.
Hey, Rose, you need to erase that song on my playlist. That shit not even on my playlist.
Okay, real talk. Real talk.
My bad.
But we
you
men.
forgot who I am. I'm Mr. DJ Rose.
Yeah, Mr. DJ.
Okay, it's like this though. Think about it. For every one man, how many women is it?
Something like
5
that.
to 10.
Something crazy.
It's 5 to 10.
So for every woman, how many hoes is it?
We're gonna talk about that
Three.
inflation in a minute. I think
Maybe
it's
three.
coming. Inflation is
Hey,
coming in a
Skeeess,
minute.
What you think?
I mean, it's like we already said it, man. Rolling Stones is not for the culture. They got it wrong with the top 100 rap artists of all time, greatest hip hop songs. Rolling Stones is not a hip hop magazine, man. They don't speak for anybody. They just speak for the mainstream audience. It's like why are we even paying attention to what Rolling Stone says or does? And
We
it's just
not.
like, out of all the songs this year, just y'all ain't had nobody in your editors that said y'all can't put that shit out there. But no, they did it because it was,
No, because there was no black people in the boardroom.
and even if it was like they were probably like, shut the fuck up, we're gonna do it anyway. But it's just a travesty because it's like, hey, out of all the songs that came out this year, even if it was a negative song, if it was more lyrics to it, this bitch is just going around talking about Skeeess. If it wasn't for TikTok and Instagram,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be shit.
And it's crazy that they picked that song because her other song, Booty
Booty
Hole
Hole
Brown,
Brown was more popular.
it's a better rap song than that one. So it's like,
Oh, they probably thought it would look better.
and
if they said Booty Hole Brown.
Hellcat SRTs was a better song than
Yeah,
that one too.
that definitely was a better song. Man, hey man. So we talking about rap today. Let's go back to way back in the day. What Ahmed said, way back
Way
in the
back.
day.
And then
Hey man, for those who
When it
love
was real to the
hip-hop,
field.
Soul of Mischiefs, their song 93 Till just went certified gold, man. Skeeess,
and one of the greatest rap songs of all time. Top 5 West Coast rap songs of all time. It's been sampled so many times. When you hear the beat, you know it.
You know it.
But it took 30 years for it to finally go gold. And they also did a 30th anniversary. They're currently on tour. You get a chance, go see them. But that record just represents true hip hop. When you hear 93 to Infinity, 30 years later, this song is still going, man. Tears of Joy. I love that song. I love the group. Respect, man. That's true hip hop.
yeah, man, I got tears of joy, man, because as someone that love the art form of hip hop, I love the storytelling. I love the lyricism of hip hop. I love what it means to the culture. When you ask me to give you 5 songs that embody hip hop, it's almost impossible for me not to have this song in there. Because when I just hear the beat playing, it's just like one of those songs that's classic to hip hop. As well as, like you said, Skeeess, man, there's so many samples of it. And if you want to take it to the late 90s, early 2000s, if you go back to the mixtape era, there's so many motherfuckers, they first song on their mixtape was rapping over this beat.
Yep.
Like, I remember when my brothers had a little rap group, and they called themselves Ten Tail, and the first song they had was to this song. So this is just a classic song in hip hop, man. So salute to them. It's a shame that it took so long for it to go gold, but hey, man, it's 50 years of hip hop, man, and we still celebrating greatness, man. So Juice, man.
Hey man, I don't know what to tell you. Congratulations. I really thought it was like triple platinum and diamond by now. Like what the fuck? Like y'all for real? I don't get it. It's like you say, you're watching anything urban. What's the first song that comes on after the credits? That song. So how the fuck it took this long for it to get gold? I don't understand that. I thought it'd be way past gold. I thought it'd be like diamond by now or something.
Platinum, something.
Yeah, that shit crazy. But it is what it is, man. That just shows you that. Oh my goodness. Ski!
Yeah, but
Yeah, man, coming from the one DJ in the building, man, I ain't got no cheers for this, man. It's been 30 years, and y'all keep talking about it's the best song and number 5. How come they ain't selling no albums, man? They was selling albums. They was pushing albums. You couldn't sell 1 million records of the best song, of the top 5 hip hop song of all time. Y'all keep talking about, man, I ain't got no cheers for this, man. Y'all need to do better, man. Everybody else that's got hip hop songs, they bingo. You know what I'm saying? Ski number 1 top all song on the team. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what's going on right now, man. Come on, man. What we got this, man?
man, fuck all that.
Man,
Fuck all that.
what's wrong
Straight
with
the
those?
song.
What's wrong
Listen
with
to us.
those?
Take our word for it. Listen to the song. But speaking of crazy shit, man, Vert, what is wrong with these hoes? What's wrong with them? Mr. DJ Rose, please tell me something. Verteezy, tell me something. Juice Man, tell me something. Vertizi.
Yeah, man. So I was watching podcasts with some white women earlier this week, and one of these hoes said,
How
"Hey,
you spend your
man,"
downtime?
and one of these white hoes said, "Hey, we need to go back to when men was men." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. What you mean back to when men was men? You mean when men was just beating on bitches?" But she said, "We need to go back when men was men." Man, and they was building houses and stuff and creating stuff. So I feel like men need to be homeless for an entire year and live in the wilderness so they can build their own house and other stuff. And we need to make men have to join the military again like they did back in the day so men can be tough again. Y'all, what's wrong with these hoes?
She lost her fucking mind.
Juice Man, go ahead and kick it off.
Oh, easy peasy. I was watching something about this. It's called hoe inflation. Hoflation. Hoflation is tell me why, bitch. You talking about the man, bitch? I gotta work 20 times harder. I gotta work. Yeah, I think I mistake that. It's not 20 times. It's 5 times harder to get a bitch that's 10, 20 times worse. They shit don't do the math, bitch. You're 20 times worth. You ain't shit. The bitch said this shit. The bitch ain't shit. Her value ain't shit. She ain't shit. So when you say this, it's crazy because, bitch, the men are men. You're not a woman. You're a woman like genetic wise. You got a pussy. You got some titties. What is it? She got the Y chromosome or what? Some shit.
Y chromosome.
Yeah, bitch, you got the Y chromosome and all that. But the truth is, you ain't shit. Hoflation. You 20 times worse, bitch. It's no need for me to even talk about the situation because I'm not gonna call you bitch.
Bitch.
I'm not gonna call her bitch.
Bitch.
Whatever you are, is no reason to talk about this conversation because your value has dropped 20 times lower and you're just not worth it. I'm sorry.
So to piggyback off what you're saying, Juice Man. So if we're gonna say that men need to go back to building houses during the military, so women, y'all need to go back to having one or two niggas fuck you. So I'm talking about like basically you damn near a virgin. Like not all this, y'all need to go back to where y'all was wearing corsets and all this other shit where you didn't just have your pussy hanging out in the streets, where like literally you was covered up and the only time that you got somewhat half naked was in the house and you didn't get fully naked to the bedroom. Y'all need to go back to cooking and having recipe books. Remember when bitches have cookbooks?
Yes, sir.
Like bitches back in the day had their own way to make cornbread.
Mm-hmm.
Their own way to make some pancakes and spaghetti. Y'all need to go back to that. And then maybe men can be like, okay, I'll build a fucking house and I'll do all this other crazy ass dumbass shit you talking about. Like, I would say this, man. This conversation is kind of a bigger conversation since me and MJH talk about it. And shout out to MJH, congratulations again. Women want men to be so masculine. But the problem with that is that toxic masculinity that some of these women want men to bring back. When we was back in the 60s and 70s and we was just bitch slapping y'all and we was just taking the pussy like Trump told us to.
Grabbing the pussy.
Just taking the pussy.
Donkey Kong.
Just doing all that kind of crazy ass shit and we was getting away with it. And when we wasn't sensitive to y'all needs and then care about you want, like it creates a situation. You can have a very masculine man, but he's not gonna be sensitive to you. Or you can have a modern day man who somewhat is still masculine, but somewhat can actually be like, okay, when you start crying, I'll sit here, I'll listen to what you gotta say, I'll confide in you and stuff like that. These fathers who are able to communicate with their daughters better, because 40, 50 years ago, a lot of men couldn't really communicate with their daughters. Like their daughter come home from school and start crying, they just look at them like, hey man, stop fucking crying. Now you got men who actually can communicate and have relationships with their daughter properly. So at the end of the day, women, y'all gotta choose what you want, man. Like if you want us to be masculine like we was back in the day where we was just slapping y'all to fuck around and just taking the pussy, or you're gonna have men that's gonna actually be more in touch with their feminine side and in touch with your needs and stuff like that. But as far as like us being in the woods and building houses, bitch, I don't know what you're talking about.
Last time I checked, it'd be all men building houses now.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly. The bitch fucking stupid.
and the ones that's on the front line in the military be all men.
Yes.
The women had to fight to get a chance to do it, and I still don't think they put them on there.
Nah.
Cause I wouldn't want no hoe beside me with a pistol, and she worried about her eyebrows and her eyelashes. Come on,
The ones that made it to the front line that actually did that, they look like dudes.
Yeah, I can't speak for the military and law enforcement. Man, they ain't got to do the same physical requirements as men. Like the same amount of push-ups and sit-ups that we have to do in law enforcement, they get a third of that.
Like that in the military.
So I ain't, man. I don't know what's wrong. I didn't see this video. I didn't see this clip. But what Bubba Dub say? Trash. That's what I feel about it. That was trash. And you know what I'm saying? And the women that was probably on and saying this, they pussy probably trash too.
I was about to say, before you go see, I'm about to say, hey, you speaking of trash, man. Them hoes, I saw the video. They look like they suck dick and they pussy trash. And Mufasa TJ understands most white hoes know how to suck dick, but they look like they trash.
Damn. I mean, it just goes to the sentiment. It's like everyone has this rhetoric. Like a lot of women have this rhetoric nowadays where it's like men need to be men now. It's like actually open up a book and look up the fucking federal codes and the state codes. What the fuck does it take to build a house? You got electrical codes. All you motherfuckers that threw your TV wire in the wall, it's a fire hazard, so look that shit up. You're probably about to burn your house down. But to build a house to standard, to code, that's one thing. It ain't like back in the day where granddad was fixing shit around the house. Now you got so much codes, the foundation, lumber costs, all this other fucking work y'all don't fucking think about. Building a house doesn't prove you're a fucking man. Hunting doesn't prove you're a man. That's just shit you like to do or shit you have to do. You bitches don't even know how to cook anymore. You don't know how to fucking sew. You don't know how to fucking iron clothes. So how the fuck are you gonna tell me, oh, be a man, be masculine, do this, do that? Why the fuck are we listening to women telling me how to be a man? We don't tell women how to be a woman.
I bet you them hoes right now is talking like, dog, he sound real sassy right now.
You sassy.
And then that sassy shit, like, bitch, you sound like a man. You sound like a nigga. Hey, nigga, pass me that cup, ho. Like, bitch, it's like this whole rhetoric is fucked up, man. Like, just be a man. Like, how the fuck, bitch, be a woman. Do some real, be a real person. Be an independent fucking person. Be a fucking adult, ho.
Hey, can I ask y'all another question? Can y'all tell me what's been black men downfall since slavery?
Oh, the same shit we talking about. Same, what was it on the podcast? What was it?
White women.
So speaking of white women, Jonathan Majors, downfall, a white fucking woman.
You're gonna learn today.
So, for those who've been keeping up with Jonathan Majors all year long, and we've talked about him multiple times on the podcast, he was accused of beating his white girlfriend ass. So, he basically was convicted of 2 things. There was 4 charges.
Yep.
Now, basically, there was 2 charges of assault. Now, to make it simple, one charge basically was intentional injury. One charge was unintentional injury. Then there was aggravated harassment, and then there was just harassment. He was convicted of unintentionally injuring her. Basically, what that means is when he basically went to go grab his phone back, after she took his phone, he apparently accidentally hurt her finger after he went to grab his property back after she took it in the first place. And then the assault, the harassment was him trying to basically place her back in the vehicle because she was basically trying to follow him. And this is the part of the video where I see her basically just chasing him. Before that part, he basically just tried to place her back in the car so that she could not basically follow him so he can go on. So basically, if you want to make it very simple, fellas, if your bitch take your phone, let her have the phone. If your bitch wants to follow you and run down the street, do not put your hands on her. Do not say nothing to her. Just try to hope that you can run like motherfucking Usain Bolt and just run away from her. And then after all that happened, as soon as there was the guilty verdict, Marvel Studios released a finally minted letter saying, we are parting ways with Jonathan Majors. He is no longer employed here, and he will no longer play the role of Kang.
I wonder how long they had that letter sitting.
And they've been, in the last couple of days, they've been trying to figure out, are we going to move away from that character, or are we going to try to get another black man to play it?
I heard Will Smith will go play it.
And Will Smith was one of the first names, that stuck that came up. Rumor that stuck that came up. Skeeess. What you think about this whole situation?
It's sad to say that in 2023, you still gotta pay a white girl tax.
It ain't sad to say. You say it all the time. You gotta pay the tax. You gotta pay the tax.
Why?
Because there's so many beautiful black women out here. If you don't choose one of them, you gotta pay the tax.
At the same time, though, he got his mind right. Who was with him in court? Megan Good stood right by his side.
She wasn't good enough.
Not enough for a court case, but she's good enough to stick by his side. But hey, I'm gonna call you personally out. CEO Iger, you fucked up. CEO of Disney, you fucked up. The whole studio, Marvel, y'all fucked up. Because you ruined the whole based off of rumors. We've seen Ezra Miller, Flash from Warner Brothers, release the whole movie. Yeah, they put $200 million or however fuck much money they put into it. They still released the fucking movie. They didn't even let the...
But Warner Brothers is different from Disney.
And then the stance Disney have, it's like, okay, he got found of this. If they would have said, all right, we want to separate ourselves from this, it would have been fine. Like,
and
all right,
also,
cool.
He's white and John Majors is black.
So it's and that's one of the things right there that a lot of people have brought up, because since this happened, people have brought up where Jeremy Renner had some sexual assault allegations, and this was after he got the role of Hawkeye. And then, of course, not go salt on his name, because, hey, I love a good redemption story. But for those who know Robert Downey Jr.,
yeah, he had some fucked up.
We all know what the fuck he had going on.
And Marky Mark.
And then, Mark Wahlberg, same thing. So Marvel has done business with some of these white actors who have basically had a lot of issues in the past. So continue, Skeeess.
So, I mean, it's real fucked up because it's like you basically blew up the next stage of your entire, next franchise. Because the only two ones we're talking about Doom, Galactus, and Doctor Doom. Or Doctor Doom, Kang, and Galactus. Mm-hmm. Kang, if you've seen Loki season 2, I haven't even watched it yet, but I've heard miles ahead, great reviews.
It was perfect.
And it's like, you can't replace that. You can get another great actor, but most black actors are not going to say, oh, I'll take that role, I'll do it. Most of them are going to look at that shit and say, no, you fucked up, Marvel. Disney, you fucked up and did the fucked up thing. I'm not taking that role. I would love to play Kang. I would love to be in an Avengers movie, but I'm not going to do
Jonathan Majors is Kang. How you go?
To what you were saying, Skeeess, there's a lot of black actors like Desmond Idris, your boy Joan Boago from the Star Wars series, and Denzel's son David Washington. There's a lot of black actors, for those who actually kind of keep Jonathan Majors. He actually has created a rapport with a lot of black actors in the industry.
Yeah.
And it's going to be kind of hard to see a black male actor saying, you know what, this is my brother. I'm willing to take this role when I feel like he was being, done wrong. So I feel like they're all going to have to move away from that character. Now, when I saw Will Smith's name came up, I told you last night, Skeeess, we talked about it. It broke my heart. And you was like, why? I was like, because Will Smith, unfortunately, I think is the one brother that can take it. And it's not because I think Will Smith's a coon. It's because he's still paying that tax.
I don't think he can play Kang.
My point is, I can see Will Smith taking the role. 2 years ago, Will Smith be like, nah, I don't want to do him like that. But now, after that shit happened at the Oscars and we saw him play a slave, if the white people come to Will Smith and be like, we need you to do this because you still owe us, I can see Will Smith being like, damn, I don't want to, but fuck it, bro. Man, because he's still under contract to the white people.
I never seen him as a bad guy. Have you ever seen Will Smith?
I still don't think he would do it, because he two
But
things,
Kane is not really a bad guy. He can be,
but he's
but
not
but he's
necessarily.
not.
And there was a Marvin Gaye, he's a trouble man.
But I mean, it just goes to the same sentiment. It's like, okay, so back to the court case.
It was a misdemeanor.
He was John. The one thing I give Jonathan Majors is I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional. He was on camera when he did it, and they still fucking found him guilty. Not he didn't do anything.
Exactly.
When it happened, shit was on camera. Like the second.
Anytime a woman attacks you, the man is guilty.
When this man literally you see him on camera
defending himself.
He's had an argument. He said, "You know what? Fuck this. You're not gonna go back in the cab. You're not gonna let me go. I'm gonna put you back in the cab. Hey, driver, take her home. Uber, whatever. Take her home. I'm gonna fucking walk, baby. Whatever, woman. Hey, just let me go. I'm going to fucking walk." This motherfucker's running down the street with a fucking trench coat.
Who got arrested?
He got arrested.
No, he did not.
He did get arrested.
Who got arrested?
He got arrested.
No, he did not. Okay. The woman got arrested.
She didn't get arrested. They're in
the woman got arrested. It's a misdemeanor charge.
They end up putting I think a warrant out for her.
Yeah.
And this is why it's so crazy.
She had to turn herself in.
She went overseas.
She didn't have to turn herself in. She didn't turn herself in.
And basically, because they wanted John Major so bad, they told her, and that's why this situation is so fucked up. They told her, don't worry, we're going to dismiss all your evidence. So all the evidence that they had of her basically abusing him,
they couldn't use in court.
They couldn't use that in court because they basically was like, oh no, that's permissible. Yeah. You can't show that she did hit him. You can't do this, and basically
they talked about her getting the charge, but she never got a charge.
Yeah. So they couldn't even basically talk about the fact that he technically was defending himself from all of this. At the end of the day, I will say this: the charges he got convicted of, he's not going to probably do a damn.
They say
he's probably gonna get probation.
What, up to a year?
Yeah, misdemeanor.
But he's probably not gonna get a day in jail. He's probably gonna get probation, community service.
He can get a fine at the most.
A fine and stuff like that. But
$150.
What this does is
I'm talking about they brought these charges that I ain't never heard of when it comes to domestic violence.
Yeah.
I done been involved with so many as far as work with people that had domestic violence cases and things like that. I ain't never heard of none of these charges. Like
aggravated assault, aggravated harassment.
Usually there's 3 charges when it comes to domestic violence: simple battery, simple assault, or
aggravated assault.
But usually it's only simple battery and simple assault. The things that he did. That's usually the only 2 that come up. So they come up with all these other charges. Like, where did charges come from?
They make up. They make up charges. They make up shit.
And then each state has quirks to their shit.
They can make up,
And I think it was New York. It was New York.
Yeah, it was in New York.
Yeah, that was in New York. Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, this just shows you that there was a system designed to attack a black man.
Yeah.
And for those who watch Jonathan Major movies, and I'm just gonna keep it real, if you watch his, work, he plays a lot of pro-black shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get
when
you get a black man like that looks black. Like he has nappy hair. Like I know what Juice Man was saying jokingly, but it's a difference between a brother who kind of his hair looks more like white or European,
low cut,
versus Jonathan Majors be having like nappy hair, and he be looking like he got to put lotion on, and he plays a lot of these roles. Like I'm
gonna cut you off. You trying to do all this? He's a dark skinned brother.
Yeah, no, but it's also the fact of when you decide to proclaim you black, like that's something that I want to make sure I stress too, because there's a lot of black people that can be dark skinned, but they try to basically hang with white people. When you watch his roles, I don't know if y'all saw the movie Devotion.
Well, not a lot of actors do that though.
But I'm saying, when you watch,
there's not a lot of dark skinned actors that come off like, oh yeah, I ain't.
No, it's not about that. It's about are you taking roles that are affecting the black community? Like I just said, when he took the role in Devotion, y'all probably didn't see it. That's a true story.
The flights. I mean,
like
that's the airplane movie.
Like he wanted that role. When you watch the show Lovecraft Country, that's a very black, powerful show that talks about racism and stuff. Mm-hmm. He wanted that role. When you watch Creed and the character that he had in Creed 3, that's a strong male black character that basically grew up in the hood, went to prison, and became world champion for a second.
But all those, well, not except for Creed and Devotion, the other movies you named was movies him trying to come up. After he came up, then they came at him with Creed. That was an easy role to play. That ain't nothing. Now Devotion, that was an easy role to play too, because he just did Lovecraft's Country.
So I'm gonna give you 2 more roles.
So
The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Great movie.
The Five
You need to watch
Bloods.
it.
If y'all seen The Five Bloods.
Yep.
And The Harder They Fall.
Yep.
In all 3 of those roles, and this is after he came up now, those are strong black male characters.
But those weren't mainstream movies though.
The Harder They Fall was one of Netflix's highest rated movies that year.
That ain't next to it's not mainstream.
It was.
Netflix is one of the biggest streaming platforms out there.
To be honest, it was he was still in his come up time because it was one of those roles. But like The Last Black Man in San Francisco, highly underrated movie. It's critically acclaimed. It was on Prime and Netflix for a while. Highly underrated movie. If you
And
get a chance to go watch
Bloods,
it. And The Five Bloods.
You know,
that was actually one of Netflix's highest grossing movies, though.
But my point is, if you look at his career compared to Chadwick Boseman, they basically kind of have the same career in the sense of they play a lot of strong male black characters.
Yes.
And when you get a black man that's saying, I'm not going to wear a dress, I'm not going to play no character that's kissing the white man's ass, I'm playing the character that's down for my people. Yeah, they be want to humble these niggas.
Yeah, because you
no
ain't drink the golden juice.
No offense, shout out. We talk about another dark skinned brother. I don't know if y'all saw it. They made my boy wear a dress this week.
To my Michael B. Jordan?
No, Neil. But Masked Singer, they unmasked him. Neil wearing a dress.
I was surprised by that one.
I'm just saying.
It was crazy.
Come on, man.
I'm
He's a
just
singer.
saying.
But back to
nigga wearing a dress though. Why you wearing a dress?
He's a singer.
Why you wearing a dress?
Because he's a singer.
Juice Man, if you sing, you gonna wear a dress? Okay.
Yeah, but he's a singer. So why are you surprised that he's wearing a dress?
But back to the court.
You got like he was a rapper.
But back to the court case. They threw out evidence. She's not even from America. She's from like Norway, Scandinavia, somewhere over there, somewhere in Europe. So she's not American. She ran back overseas. This is the second time they've been in the news for some bullshit. First time she attacked him, and the second time this man's running down the street with a trench coat looking like Batman. First he just take off running, then him motherfucker running faster, gone. This bitch is in high heels chasing that motherfucker with her jacket. This bitch took her jacket off, slung across her shoulder. She chasing him like, come back here. And it was good that it was caught on camera, because if it wasn't on camera, I feel like they would have had stuck all 4 charges on him. But it's crazy how you had the evidence in front of you in a 6-man jury, not a 12. If it would have been a 12-man jury, I feel like
that's something a lot of people don't want to talk about, man. Like, them 6-man juries are a lot different than them 12-man juries.
Because it's like you probably get back from lunch, you like, all right, fuck this, I want to go home, we're done.
And something a lot of people don't want to talk about, like, I was keeping up with the court cases, I was keeping up with the verdict. Like, the 4 women, it was a 4 women, by the way, when she was reading the verdicts, before they could even, like, because they're supposed to say, this is the charge, how did you find it? Before they could even get one of the charges out, she immediately said guilty, and they said, hey, can we finish reading the charge? And she started laughing. She said, oh, my bad. She started laughing because she took pleasure in basically saying, nigga, we can find you guilty.
So who the fuck is Mr. Henry?
It's not about the fact of what this is going to do to him, like in his personal life. It's more so
the fact that I didn't do shit and you still charge me.
What it could do to his professional life in the sense of, yeah, man, like he got convicted of this, and now they took away one of the biggest roles he had in cinema right now.
That's right.
One of his biggest paydays. And what this really just says to a lot of black men is, hey, man, it ain't safe for y'all, man. Y'all got to be careful, bro.
Oh,
y'all got to be careful out here. But to what Rose said, man, hey, y'all got to leave these white women alone. Because these white women out here, they will weaponize the police against you.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they get mad at you for whatever reason.
All women would do that.
Like all women would do it, but white women have more power when they do it. Because black women call the police on you too, but a cop will show up and they'll just see 2 niggas. But when a cop shows up and see a white bitch and see a black nigga,
it's trouble.
It's trouble. So like a lot of black men, y'all got to be very careful when y'all choose to lay down with these white women. Because when they choose to weaponize the police against you, it can really fuck you up personally, fuck you up professionally, and it takes years to recover from this, because I hope Jonathan Majors can bounce back from this.
He will.
But but it's gonna be very hard to see, and only time will tell. So, closing thoughts, Juice Man.
Awesome segment.
Closing thoughts, man. Hey, Disney, you fucked up. You blew some shit up. Jonathan Majors, we support you. You've proven yourself acting wise as a professional. Hey, man, that bounce back gonna be strong. Anything you come out with, I'm looking forward to it. You will bounce back, bro.
Man, I'm a Marvel fan, bro. It's gonna be hard for me to decide if I'm gonna watch these next couple Marvel projects or not. I hope no black person takes on the role of Kang, man,
You go watch
and
it.
stand in solidarity. That's why I said it's gonna be hard because I love Marvel. I might watch it,
You go
but
watch it.
hey, man, right now I'm feeling like I don't want to fuck with Marvel. But in the words of Airbnb Rakim, peace.
And I'm back quiet.